Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet robe. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only Miss Charli Burnett.
Woo! Insert clapping audience.
Clapping audience. What is going on today? How is life in LA today?
Life is great. I worked at SUR last night. It was a little bit of a long night because James was DJing. So I'm a little bit sleepy, but I'm happy. It's great. The weather is beautiful as always. And, another good day in LA.
I love it. Well, listen, we have Vanderpump Rules back in our lives. I mean, I don't know how I or anyone else waited this long to have it back on
I know.
air. I'm so happy. Season 2 for you. So, this is old. This is an old, it's old news at this point, right? You're like a pro.
No, honestly, I felt like this season was my first season. I was like, this is how it really is to be on the show. Very demanding, very exhausting, but very, very rewarding, but crazy. That's how I feel about the show.
Is is that how it was different for you? Just because like you were a bigger part of the show and like, this group this
Yeah,
season?
I felt like I was very lost my first season, didn't really know how it all worked, didn't really understand the dynamic of things. And then fast forward, now I in the group, have friends, have opinions, and yeah, and like showing up to more call times, which is like crazy. And also like, working at SUR and people now that I've been on the show, that's also very demanding, people asking you questions, filming while working. It's a lot.
Well, I mean, like you said, you do work at SUR. I know that's always a thing. Everyone goes down the list of who works at SUR and who doesn't work at SUR. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like at this point, it's pretty obvious who works at SUR and doesn't, like you and Raquel work there.
Yes.
What's the best thing about your job at SUR? I mean, what do you love best about it?
Well, SUR is like I've always loved SUR. It's very organized, a great place to work. I mean, it's fun. It's just like really fun vibes. I love the customers are great because I feel like people who come in are always fans of the show. So they're so happy to be there, which is a great, refreshing vibe to have, because I work in nightlife at my other job where it's like I'm slinging bottles, I'm making people's drinks, people are drunk. Where it's like, SUR, it's like fun, it's like more casual, but it's a really good time. I love it. I work with Raquel weekly, so it's so nice to always have a little friend in the corner there too.
What's the best thing about having LVP as a boss?
Oh, I feel like Lisa's always great with advice. Like whenever you see her, she's giving you always like little tips and tricks and always pointing you in the right direction.
Listen, I mean, is the fandom obvious when people come in? Like, I'm sure you get asked 1,000 times a day if Lisa's around.
Oh my goodness. Like literally every shift, someone asks me, where is Lisa? And like sometimes I get a little irritated by the fifth time. I'm like, she's not here. Okay. You would know if she's here. You would see her Rolls Royce, you would see the dogs, and you would see security, and you would know Lisa is here. If you don't see that, she's not coming.
The last time I was in LA was like this summer, like, cause I'm out there a bunch and I got lucky. I was there and I'm like, there's Lisa. I'm like,
You
just
know when
timed it
she's
right.
around. Like
You
you
could
like
just
I don't
feel
know if
it.
it's like this like weird like presence, but like everyone knows when Lisa walks in a building. Everyone's like, Lisa's here. And, like everyone's head starts turning.
Listen, LVP is an icon. You can just feel it.
I love her.
Well, this season, we saw, you had some tension with Lala at the Palm Springs trip. And, you opened up like on social media and on the show, that this was really all related to like food, like, and you've had food issues like pretty much your whole life. And that was like a triggering situation. And,
Yeah.
like even in your Instagram post, like you kind of explained that, you've always had these issues and people are telling you should be more vulnerable. So, I mean, and you just posted this whole side by side, you opened up about that gained 45 pounds like during COVID and, you were just at a low and you were depressed. So was that hard? Like not even to do it just on social media, but on like national TV? Like, I mean, it's hard to be vulnerable.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't my most comfortable moment. I lost a few nights of sleep, had a few crying sessions. My boyfriend hears it all the time. But I think it was a really good breakthrough moment. I felt like I kind of opened this new door for myself where I was like, I can now be Charli. Now people know a little bit more about Charli. I feel like I always portrayed this image that isn't always 100% me. And now I feel like I can be myself more, which is like you said, it's not easy. It's scary. Like social media is a scary place. TV is an even scarier place. So it's been a learning process, but I'm here, I'm showing up, and I'm doing the best I can.
What prompted you to post the pictures and to even talk about all of this on TV?
Well, for the pictures, for the most part, I've been, close friends that feature on Instagram for the last probably like 4 or 5 months. I've been posting nonstop my journey with my close friends, and I've been posting everything. And my friend messaged me one day and was like, I don't understand why you're not posting this on like your main account. Like, you need to show people like your progress. Like, you've made so many commitments, you've gone this far, and I feel like a lot of people will learn from it. And I just told her, like, I don't know, people are going to judge me. I don't want people to like twist it and make it something that's not. And she just said, look, I really think you should post this post. I think you need to like start sharing more about yourself with others and start being more authentic on Instagram, because people don't really see the Charli, that we all love and we all know. And so then I posted it, and she messaged me and she was like, see, I told you, like, people want to see that. And I hope, like, more to come. I can start, showing myself more on social media. But I have this like weird thing where I overthink everything that I do. And it's like weird. I don't care what people think about me, but I'm also scared of always being judged. It's like this weird contradicting feeling.
That's
But for the TV part, I just felt like a lot of people put me into this box when it came to the pasta thing. And I felt like I offended a lot of people with it. And I also felt like the whole not gain weight thing was something that I never ever believed in. Like, I am someone who loves pizza. Like, I eat so many carbs. Like, that wasn't who I was. Like, that was never the reason why I never ate pasta. So I felt like if I didn't just say it, a lot of the conversation too got edited out, which great. It was a longer conversation, but I felt like it was something that I just needed to share. Like, I needed to just be out on the table. Let's put Pasta Girl behind, and now I could be Charli.
Do people, I mean, is that still like, I would imagine when people like either slip into your DMs or see you in person, listen, sometimes we just say something that comes out of our mouths and it
Oh
becomes
my
our
goodness.
thing.
It literally, I was actually at my other job. I wasn't at SUR, and I got to the table, and this guy just blurts out right away, "Have you eaten pasta?" And I looked at him, and I was like, not hi, hello, how are you? Like, just right off the bat.
You're like, let's please move on.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna spit in your pasta if you ask me one more time.
Are there any other like misconceptions about you? Like, you feel like as people watch the show, like, what do you think people get wrong about you? Because like you said, people watch and they think they have someone all figured out.
Yeah, I feel like that was like the biggest thing. Like, people just were like, it didn't help too that, I do commercial prints, and I do like little acting and modeling here and there. So I felt like it was just, like I said, this box of like, oh, it's like this LA girl who doesn't eat carbs and doesn't believe in weight gain. And that's, like I said, it's not me at all, not even the way of my thinking. And I feel like people, like, they only see a little bit of me. Like, you can't determine my entire life off like these little snippets. And I also feel like I have this weird dark sense of humor that not everyone understands sometimes, but I feel like the audience will learn to love
We're
it.
going to learn to love it.
Yeah.
Has being vulnerable, like brought you closer to like this group, like anyone in particular in this group, like you feel like just because you've showed, this vulnerable side that you've gotten closer to on the show?
Yeah, I feel like I definitely, Lala and I had like a little breakthrough after that conversation. And I told her too, like, let's have lunch, let's get to know each other better. Like, we can't judge each other off little snippets that we've seen if we've never even had a conversation deeper than 2 minutes. But I also feel like we've all grown closer as a group. I feel like everyone had very big vulnerable moments this season, and now we're starting to understand each other on like a different level. And I think that everyone's starting to see that too.